Not yet. There might be something underneath down there. But we are live right now.
I have no idea if I had or not. I mean, I was out at the district wrestling tournament in March, so theoretically I could have had it and been asymptomatic and never had a clue, but what if I snap pictures of these people?
There's actually a stack of them. Yeah, right there.
They got a huge kid. He's a sophomore. He's like 6'5", 275. Wears number 50 usually, but against Fairborn, they dressed him in 99 for the first series.
Hey, you actually saw them last week, right?
Yeah, I was there. Their starting running back didn't play. They were only in that game because of two plays. Two crazy wild plays.
There was a 90-some yard return.
92-yard return, and then like a third and short, and he threw a naked bootleg kind of pass over the middle, and no one was on him. All right, I will be right back. Just right back here. So,
farther in my progression is remembering how to do this. I'm afraid that if I hit one of these buttons, it's gonna hit that one. Okay. So that means that's in. Somewhere. On the bright side, I figured out how to change. I figured out how to change that. What I mentioned. I just need to find out where that is.
I just want one cloud at a time. Then it can stay there. So the machine goes down.
How you doing, guys?
Well, I think I kind of remember how this works.
That's what I like to hear. I'll start with the easy one. Brandon? So, see the scoreboard down there?
Yep.
This is the scoreboard here. That's the one that's going to this scoreboard right there.
Okay.
Most important thing is when the clock is running, left click on go, so that it's go. When it stops, click on stop.
Okay.
If you have to, you can always adjust it.
No matter how hard
Run
I
up
try.
and down the minutes over here. This I believe is this one, and this I believe is this one. You can always update it that way. Changing the quarter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Troy City
Touchdown,
Schools,
6 points.
we would like to welcome you to Troy Memorial Stadium for Week 2 of the 2020 football season. We'd like to extend a warm welcome to the players, the coaches, and fans from Xenia High School. While at this game this evening, we will ask you to please observe the following game management procedures. And let's start with social distancing and mask and sanitation.
That's all you gotta worry about.
All Troy City
Thank you.
school
Good to see you.
properties and facilities are tobacco free. The use of tobacco products or vapors is not
Figured out how to change
permitted
that.
inside or outside of Troy
You can
Memorial
actually put the
Stadium.
scoreboard up here, so go ahead and
Once you've entered the stadium, there'll be no passes issued to leave and return.
this position.
And for your safety and the safety of all of our participants,
Get up to the top.
coaches, and officials, no one is permitted on the field of play before, during, and after the contest.
Program. So right now,
Please do not sit, stand, or play on the bleachers. Stay
so I did an
together
instant replay up
and be
here.
social
So I
distancing.
hit replay in.
Parents, we ask
Play,
for
nothing happens. I
cooperation,
let it run.
especially if you
When
have
finally get one
children
you
with
want,
you
hit
tonight,
replay out. It's gonna
that
pop up right
you
there.
help us with this area of safety.
So you want to be back.
I do want to switch.
Yep, you want to be back here for your background, and then
The concession stand and restroom facilities are open. They are located under both sides of the stadium seating area.
replay as well.
And the following items
Should be able to.
cannot be brought into the stadium by patrons, that being backpacks, skateboards, alcoholic beverages, bottles, cans, caps, cups, and containers, coolers, oversized flags, banners, and signs, or irritants such as a noisemaker, light, or air horn. Our officials assigned to this game have been selected, assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Miami Valley League. Your officials for this evening will be referee Dan Huff, linesman Gerald Huff. Our line judge tonight, Will Wright. Our umpire, Chris Ely. And our back judge, Paul Tromwell. Please welcome them to our stadium.
Yeah, I don't see it, dude.
Might be able to find it.
I'll have to try and find it in there. But you can just So yeah, so you've got your, this one is there queued up.
I live in
And then we need auto change.
We were at like 40 cases at the worst, and then boom.
probably a good reason. Yeah.
They transferred somebody from the VA into nursing.
And when you're done with it, you just we really don't need to worry about any of this stuff at all. You can just leave that on. Alright?
Yep.
It's already streaming, so we're good to go. The stream is going out. Brandon, this don't touch this at all. You have right now we have 32 people viewing.
It was after that he started showing my mom what's a picture from the press box.
I don't, but I can head up for you.
At this time, we will direct everyone's attention to midfield. And tonight is senior night for Troy football. And we would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders and their parents. We're going to begin tonight with Haley Bridge, with parents Gina and Matt Bridge. She plans to go to UC, major in genetic counseling. Our next varsity cheerleader will be Bailey Brogan. Accompanied tonight with Erica and Ted Brogan, the parents, along with brothers Luke and Cole. Planning to attend University of Dayton, majoring in science to become an optometrist. Bailey Brogan. Our next senior cheerleader, varsity cheerleader, is Haley Merrill, with parents Brad Merrill and Sally Church, and step-parents Cassandra Merrill and Chris Grant. Plans to go to the Ohio State University to study pre-med health sciences with the end goal of becoming a sports physician. Haley Merrill. Our next varsity cheerleader is Gracie Moreland, escorted today by parents Jim and Diana Moreland, along with brother Andrew. Plans to attend Cedarville University, majoring in children's ministry. Gracie Moreland. Our next varsity cheerleader is Jasmine Romick, escorted tonight by Jennifer and Jack Romick, parents, and sister Josie. Plans to go to the University of Central Florida, majoring in biomedical science, pre-med, or pharmaceutical science. Plans to hopefully become a radiologist or a researcher. And as they come across the field, let's give them a round of applause. We thank you, seniors, for the many years of hard work and dedication. We wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you, parents, for your commitment and support that you have given to your daughter, for allowing us to coach them throughout their career here at Troy High School. Your varsity cheerleaders for 2020.
to switch the clock for daylight savings. It's an hour behind.
Is it really?
When was daylight savings?
Oh, I don't know. Like spring?
Was it while we were still in school?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. Actually. I don't remember.
Pretty good on my buddy's TV. You guys ready for Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's gonna be a different year, but we'll get through it.
Yeah? We all get to play Zorro. What'd you say?
I still have to get my social media.
Supposed to be that way this next week. Really? 87. Yeah, of course.
And then Mo was back out. So Tuesday and Wednesday are
Well, the fact that we have 18% fewer students. The keyboard is right there by your feet.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stand up for a little while. Instead of sitting for like 3
You can
hours.
move the keyboard if you want back up here. I just set it down there earlier. That way if you need it. What's that?
I'm gonna use the delete key.
Oh.
Is there some band senior night?
They didn't say anything about recognizing the band tonight, so I don't think so.
Are they marching?
They will be standing in place.
Hi, Fibber. Yeah, I like it.
Right down there.
Sweet.
We have our names on this?
I know you said we're. Yeah, it's like big time. We got our names on there and everything. That's the water. We
Oh.
stand up. We're still good, aren't we?
Speaker. A hot mic or something. Brenneman, careful.
Yeah, we don't want to talk.
You guys good down there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have a, let's see, we talked today with Becker. We've been kind of brainstorming a little bit. We thought, I know there's one year where
Can you hit that slider all the way down for me? The red slider?
we're like, that's that or we played them before they canceled. I don't know. Is it within our life?
We are, our video feed is live. This mic is hot. Once you go put your headsets on and press the button, you'll be on, so just so you know.
Okay. We're off right now, aren't we?
Yeah, you're off right now.
Okay.
Oh, he's up there.
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
I thought for sure I had a
Oh,
bunch of stuff.
class of,
There was
is that like student government or something, or what?
No, I've had this thing since 5th grade. Like 6th grade, 5th grade.
It still fits? Okay. Parents don't feed you or what?
No. I ordered a medium back in the day. My dare shirt. My dare shirt. I got a small.
That buzzing is driving me nuts. Do you hear it?
The student section. I think it's over there. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure.
Special shout out to Brad Stapleton watching in Cincinnati. think there's a mic on up here. Pretty sure. I can hear you out there.
That's what the buzz is. It's the station right there.
Troy won the toss and deferred.
Okay, sounds good.
Xenia will receive at this end. Good luck, guys.
Great. Nope, they're gonna stay out there the whole time. So you guys are good.
You're like too late. Sorry, I was driving.
Right, now they're gonna do the senior people announcing senior night. If you want to cut the lower third that says like 20s for high school football senior night, if you want to do that, if you want to do that. Careful. Come on, Bigfoot. Oh, it's like size 12s. Hey, Bam. Chris, is this yours?
Yes.
Do you want it?
Yes. Thank you.
Nice cup. Mm-hmm. It's a whale of a cup.
I don't like this.
Sure. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. What's that? Anytime you need it, just holler. Yep. What's the name of the network? Press box. What's it called, Josh?
There's a number of them. I would assume it's
Stadium.
Troy Stadium. There's a huddle press box, but I'm guessing that's coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, he was all fired up. I was like, dude, I didn't
It's got to be the wireless mic they're using down there.
I told myself the next time we really go make sure I do it.
Yep. network is called Troy Stadium?
Yeah.
Okay. Not yet. Trojans won.
THS 2020 year. I think Gong knew it when Bergbacher was coach, so it was like Trojans and then 2014 or something that was called.
What was the score of the biggest Big 12 in Troy? That's probably what it was. Gong was like,
No. Got a lot of good information for you guys. The first day of school is going to be like, whoa.
Rather than just normal syllabuses.
Where never knew some of the calculus were not even like making progress. Your Chromebook, everything is on campus platform like colleges use. Like, it's going to be very
I don't believe it.
My hall pass is a QR code. You take a picture with your phone. It goes to a Google form. You keep track of it.
Got here. Hold out. Paul got it right.
At this time, we direct everyone's attention again to midfield. Tonight is senior night for the Troy football team. We'd like to recognize our senior football players and their parents. We'll begin with number 1, Jaden Owen, the wide receiver, escorted tonight by Julie Owen and Torian Owen with brother Evan. Next will be number 2, Lucas Henderson. Parents Mark and Kelly Henderson, along with brother Nathan. Wearing number 3 is Naven Couch with Alina Jewell. Next up, Dawson Roby wearing number 7, escorted tonight by parents Gina Roby and Brian Roby.
Ben had what he had. That's all.
Wearing number 9 will be Aiden England. Parents Jody
There's
England
nothing up
and
here.
Lance England. Our next football player is Nick Barr, wearing number 10, joined by Jerry Barr and Jim Barr. Next up, number 14 is Shaden Olden, with Tiffany Hudson and Suzette Alexander, along with brother Trey. Our next football player is Caden Marshall, with Charles Horton and Brian Marshall. Number 16 will be Colton Block, with grandparents Kim and Kenny Block. Our next football athlete wearing number 17 is Adam DeServo, with parents Edie Stokes and Dan DeServo Jr.
Chris, do you need one of those too? One of those.
No, I got one.
Okay, we're good.
Next up wearing
Thank
number
you.
19 is Grant Raymert. Parents Jimmy and Seth Raymert. Our next athlete, number 26, Eric Viney, with Candy Taylor. Wearing number 31 is Austin Johnson. Parents, Ben and Jesse Johnson. Wearing number 33 will be Alex Green. Mom, Rachel Willoughby, along with brother Anthony Willoughby. Our next athlete wears number 35. It's Manny Kemp Short, with parents Mike and Carrie Short. Wearing number 43 is Elijah Atkins, with parents Holly Atkins and Chuck Goff. Wearing number 49 will be Christian Workman. Parents Angel McSorley and Josh McSorley. Our next athlete, football player Andrew Hawley. We have escorted by Luke Hawley and associates. Next up will be number 58, Nathan Kaiser, with parents Chris Kaiser and Tim Kaiser. Wearing number 59 will be Zach Ray, with parents Willis and Melinda Ray. Next up will be number 65, Jeffrey Mormon, with parents Jeff and Jennifer Mormon. Wearing number 66 will be Ethan Frito Freed, with parents Jennifer Freed, Aaron Freed, and sister Lauren Freed. Next up, we have number 77, Dawson Hildebrand, and also with wearing number 60 will be Keyshawn Waldenweber, and escorted by parents Ken and Lisa Hildebrand. Wearing number 79 will be athlete, football player Bryce Loffman, with the parents Angela Loffman and Joey Loffman. Wearing number 85 will be Orlando Deshaun Savage, with the parents Larry and Donna Savage. And our last football athlete wearing number 87 will be Grant Kloppenstein, with parents Steve and Connie Kloppenstein.
She got 3 years. It was 4. She missed her. So who's was Katie?
We'll wait until they get across the field.
Katie DeMayo. Yeah, she would be. This would be her senior year at West Virginia, but she would medically retire due to injuries. Yeah, she's missing her senior year this fall. See, I had it in. I had Cam. Switch. Yep.
take a look at the line of senior athletes. We want to thank you, seniors, for your many years of hard work, dedication. We wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you, parents, for the commitment, the support we've given to your sons, for allowing us to coach them throughout their career here at Troy High School. Nice round of applause again for our senior athletes. Welcome to tonight's MBL competition. Our athletes have worked so hard to get this far into the 2021 season. Please join us in supporting our athletes by following the governor's orders with social distancing and the proper wearing of a face mask while at tonight's competition. By following these guidelines, we'll be able to continue our season, have spectators in the games to cheer on our athletes. On behalf of all the athletes competing in tonight's contest and their parents, we thank you for helping us to ensure that our students get to participate in this season to the fullest of their ability. We thank you for wearing your mask, for social distancing, and being responsible. Thank you, community.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? And we're going to push the slider up. And we're going to push that slider up to 0. Keep going till it's about 0. Okay. And then 3. Chris and Mark, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome here to Troy Memorial Stadium, week 2 here in the 2020 season. I'm, of course, Mark Evilsizer here with Chris Bim. It's been a couple years we're doing this, Chris. Nice to be back for sure.
It is. It's kind of unexpected at this point. I think it definitely felt like at different points during the summer that it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. You were talking about Dan Grass and the coaching staff. I mean, what kind of roller coaster ride they had this summer, getting these guys ready, not knowing exactly what was going to happen. I think it wasn't until middle of August when they finally got the okay that it was going to be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, interacting with the coaches, you thought they would have come in every time I asked them. They go, well, we don't know.
Yeah.
As of right now, this is the way it is, and then 3 days later it would change, and then there were new rules, and then there was a rule that didn't look like things would work out, and then it looked like it was going to work out, but definitely talking to Coach Gress, the players stuck through it and worked real hard, and they made it here.
Yeah, the coaches gave no complaints and their effort that they gave throughout the summer. And again, I think it was just relief when they got the okay to finally get going. And obviously, the state kind of abridged abbreviated the schedule a little bit. They went to a 6-week schedule, and obviously the MVL had to revamp their schedule. We switched, of course, Piqua from the last week to the first week. And that has some advantages and disadvantages, and obviously based on the result last week, Chris, that turned out to be a disadvantage for us.
I mean, I know it's week 2, but I'm looking ahead here. They are back in our division.
That's a good point.
And you've been on teams that played Piqua twice.
Yeah.
And
it's tough to beat them twice. We were on the opposite end of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, the team that won the regular season lost in the playoffs. So
yeah, that's a great point.
It's looking far out, but something to think about.
Yeah. Now, obviously, for those of you that are out and might not know all the ins and outs of how they're doing it this year. Every team is going to make the tournament. So you got teams like West Carrollton has never been there before. They're probably pretty excited, selling T-shirts and all that kind of good stuff. And Xenia right away, they were excited, talking about, hey, back-to-back playoff appearances and all this. But in some ways, I kind of like that idea. You give people a chance to kind of
wonder what
prolong the season.
Yeah, what if there are things to look at is might they end it after 6 weeks, or is this something that kind of pans out and everybody looks at it and goes, that wasn't that bad.
We jumped, yeah, sure.
So who knows? They may. I don't know if everyone will make it. Maybe they expand it eventually. 9 weeks plus an extra week. Who knows what they might think up.
One of the interesting ideas about moving those games 10 to game 1, most everybody had their rivals or their main rival, in that first week. So Xenia ended up losing last week to Fairborn. These two teams were, probably to think that one of these two teams is going to be 0-2 after this. I would say the coaching staff would be a little shocked by that. So it's early in the season, but in a lot of ways, Chris, this is kind of a must-win for the Trojans.
Yeah, and kind of lost its luster last year. This was week 9, and two teams that looked like it definitely had playoff games locked up. But
last year the Buccaneers did get the best of Troy, won at 24-22. It was one heck of a game. Came down to the wire, and we just didn't have enough plays at the end. Xenia did make it to the playoffs last year for the first time in school history. They got beaten in round 1, similar to Troy. And so, again, they were looking forward to this season and having a good year, and I think it was kind of a smack in the face last week when they got beat by Fairborn.
It was, and I wasn't there, but, you hear the highlights, and I think looking at the scoring summary, they had one that was a 90-plus yard scoop and score on defense, so I think it was a close game, but it was 2 touchdowns that, who knows how they happened. It wasn't drive down the field and punch in the end zone. It was
Troy last week, one of those cases where we outgained them. In some case, we just turned the ball over too much last week, gave Pickwood too many chances, and you get a quality team like Pickwood. That was one of their better teams, Chris. I'll be honest. That was one of the better teams that Nice has had in a while. They're excited about this year. So it was definitely it was a tough game for week 1.
And as far as the matchups went last week, Troy's strength is the offensive line, which runs 300-plus pounds on average across the front. And Pickwood had multiple defensive linemen that are going to play in college.
Yes.
I just saw social media, just because he's a wrestler also, is Lance Reeves Hicks. He's just signed on to play football at Princeton.
That's what I thought I heard that.
There's definitely a lot of talent on that side. And week 1, no scrimmage. You don't get to work those little things out before the game.
Yeah, that's the advantage of scrimmages. You get to see kind of where your weaknesses are. You get your weaknesses exposed. And it was a case where we just didn't execute very well last week, and it's a tough pill to swallow to get beat by Pickle anytime, but all that week 1 makes it even more tough.
It is. You have the seniors on the football team. Pickwick never. Those kids, even the freshman year when they were in high school, Troy has won the last 4 years, so they never even got to have a victory while in high school until this year. Now our seniors are probably disappointed with a 3-1 record.
True. We're going to take a break here. Listen to the Troy Alma Mater and the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, Eva, we've been on the broadcast for about 10 minutes. Well, actually, we'll go national anthem that we got called out on already on my a text here. We'll have to get to.
Okay. Obviously, we're going to see some not as bigger crowds this year. They limited the capacity to 1,500 fans. course, Chris, it was senior night. You know, obviously we're celebrating senior nights a lot earlier this year.
Yeah, that seems across all sports. It's been kind of that way. Just that uncertainty we talked about. You know, will there be a game next week?
Right.
But it's important get them out here, get them recognized.
That's exactly right. You know, obviously Troy has not started school yet. It's something that's really abnormal. Usually we would have started somewhere around the 19th or 20th.
Yeah, I think we'd have about two and a half weeks in so far.
Yeah.
Buccaneers to Troy Memorial Stadium. Welcome. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please stand, remove your hats, while junior all-state saxophonist Shogo Nakayama plays our national anthem.
All right. We are moments away here.
We got fact-checked faster than a presidential candidate statement. West Carrollton has made the playoffs.
They have.
Yes.
Man, that's a shocker to me.
You were coaching. 05.
05.
I made him give me
I can't
photographic proof. What he actually sent me a screenshot. Yeah,
I was gonna say I might need proof on that one, but
you need. It was Brett Kopp. You need proof when it comes from Kopp. So that's
okay.
I got it.
Yeah, I tell you. Are you sure that was 11-man football?
Flag.
Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we're a couple minutes away here from kickoff. Again, this is week 2, first home game here for the Trojans. You know, we did get a kind of a major injury last week. Dawson Hiddlebrand, the big guy.
Yeah.
He's going to play some, I think, Chris, but just not. He's going to have limited snaps.
He is. I know, talking to some of the coaches, how much he is at tackle. They also said, well, maybe we plug in a different tackle and bump him out to tight end, and that's frightening for an matchup against an outside linebacker.
Now again, we still got some size up there, even without him on there, but. You know, you lose a guy on an everyday basis on offense that's 6'3", 330.
Yeah.
You know that we might suffer just a little bit in that regard. So again, the Trojans are going to kick off here to the Buccaneers. Looks like Jack Kleinhens will be kicking off for the Trojans. Xenia's going to catch this baby right in the sun. Just a beautiful night here at Troy Memorial Stadium. And we are off. Oh, Trojans end up corralling them. I'd say about close to about the 13-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory here. Great kickoff coverage right there. Nice kick by Jack Kleinhens.
He showed some Caden Marshall on the tackle.
He showed some promise last week. Had a nice field goal. Showed some a lot of pop in that foot. So that's good to know. Of course, we lost our kickers last year with Seiler and Tucker Raske leaving. So good to know that we can fill in those gaps here. So Xenia's led quarterback number 4. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight, English. He's a senior, 5'11", 165. Jackson Lewis, number 33, and Raymond Browder, number 32. Those are going to be the two backs you're going to see quite a bit. It is like we're going to see, it's going to be a lot of smash mouth football that we're going to see from Xenia. Short gain of about 4. Trojans led up front. Number 17, Adam Serbo, 56, Kellen Strayer. You're going to see those two in the middle up there. Again, fullback dive. Game of about 2. Dave, for those of you who remember of course, the old wing T formations, you're going to see red and blue quite a bit. That's what we used to call it. Tight end wing, single receiver on the other side. It is 3rd and 4 for the Buccaneers. This would be a great 3 and out. The Trojans can force this punt. Nice confidence builder.
You also, Xenia does have a lot of option football that comes in there a lot, so the defense is going to have to play their assignments.
Oh yeah, this is going to be definitely. That's a good point. Going to be assignment football tonight on defense. Again, fullback. I think he's short. He looks short.
He is short. He is.
So they fed Browder quite a bit there in this first series.
4th and a yard.
And we'll see just how aggressive Xenia wants to be. 4th and 1. This is early in the game, and I think they're going to punt.
I don't think it'll be aggressive.
Yeah.
2 minutes into the game.
Brings up a 4th and 1.
All right, so Lucas Henderson's going to go back for the Trojans. Going to put his heels around the 40-yard line here.
Back deep is Lucas Henderson.
Looks like number 2 for Xenia. That is Gaither. He's the punter. Troy should get some good field position here. Ooh. Green almost got to it. He definitely, I don't know if he got a piece of it, but definitely distracted. Trojans are going to get the ball at the 40-yard line of the Buccaneers. Great field position to start here for the Trojans. So again, we got some new looks here. Obviously a lot of our skill players are different this year. You're going to see quarterback number 6, that's Josh Mayfield. He played quite a bit last year, just not obviously a quarterback. Next to him is 23, that's Nick Kowecki. Nick Barr's down here in the slot, wide receiver. Nathan Couch is the slot.
And that Klein Hintz up top.
I think it's probably Jack up top. Looks like it's going Mayfield right away. He's going deep to Barr. He's wide open. This will be a touchdown. First play. Boy, that was easy, Chris.
It was. Ran right by him.
Boy, that was way too easy. Not much to that. It wasn't fancy.
It wasn't. And Barr's definitely the number 1 receiver out there right now. He did have, I believe, 8 catches last week. Yeah, he just under 100 yards, so he had a big game last week.
He did. Had a good game. A little cooler tonight. I don't anticipate cramps being an issue. It was definitely an issue last Friday.
Big issue last Friday. Doesn't matter how many times you tell them it's going to happen.
So that was a 1-play, 40-yard touchdown drive. Took about 6 seconds off the clock. It's going to be Jack Kleinhens on the extra point. It's up and through. Looks good. Trojans are up 7-0. That did not take long. Well, I tell you, for a team, that obviously disappointed with the results last week, Chris, you can't order up something better than what just happened.
I mean, it's tailor-made for a letdown. You lose to your biggest rival.
That's right.
You play they played a poor football game, turning the ball over and
turned the ball 4 times.
To come out like that, I don't think Coach Gress could ask for much more.
One of the things Pickwood did last week is they got in Josh's face quite a bit. They put a lot of pressure on him, even back to throw. So, boy, it was nice for him right there to just sit in that pocket. And, that's basically like throwing a pass in practice is what that looked like.
Looking at the linemen coming off the field in front of us, don't look sweaty yet.
Yeah, that's true. So the Trojans take a quick 7-0 lead, about 9.5 to go here in the first. Well, Xenia's like they just barely got the 11th guy on the field. And nice placement of the kick. We're going to try to set up a wall over here. Oh, he at least got to the edge, and he's going to be run out of bounds. That looks like number 44. I think that's Williams. Yeah, that's Christopher Williams, 6 foot, 200-pound junior.
On the stop was number 44.
So again, great start for the Trojans. I don't know if I didn't catch them back there. I think it was number 5, who they've been kicking away from, the Tafik Jabbar. I think they squibbed that kick and then punched it to the other.
Yeah,
the other guy
tried to
back
kind
there.
of place it in the gap there. So again, Cole English, number 4, is the quarterback. Browder, 32, is the fullback. He's been the guy getting the load so far. He's basically had it every play.
Wonder how long they're going to keep going up the middle there.
Yeah, definitely trying to set something up, and that's part of that offense. You know, you want to kind of lull the defense to sleep. You know, that's when that discipline comes into play. It's just nothing but rules and making sure you assignment football and defense. Number 33, Alex Green. He's also down in the three-point stance. He had a tremendous game last week. Made a couple nice tackles for a loss. This quarterback keeping it. And for a short gain, again, that's Cole English.
With the carry was Cole
Not a big quarterback. Again, 5'11", 165 pounds.
Lucas Henderson made the stop there.
2, and that would be Lucas Henderson. Third down. 3rd and 3.
So we got 3rd and 3. Again, you're going to see a lot of the dive, quarterback follow. This is Browder off tackle,
On the carry was Browder.
and I think
they're
he's
short
short.
again.
He's short again. I think defensively doing a nice job. That was Austin Johnson on the tackle. That's 31. Again, the linebackers are going to have to play well. 41 is, of course, Evan Jones, Elijah Atkins, 43. Looks like they are going to go for it, unless they're going to try to draw us off sides.
Maybe a quick snap, who knows?
It could be. This is going to be English on the keeper, and he does get it.
The keeper is Cole English, number 4. And on the stop was number 31.
And I'll tell you, as easily as the Trojans scored, we might be seeing 4 downs quite a bit tonight, because that was awfully easy.
In 5 plays, they are averaging 3 yards play. They had it 4th and 1 last drive, 4th and 1 this drive.
This is English. He's going to pitch it out here. And nice tackle right there. I think that's Lucas Henderson.
It is.
Real nice tackle.
33.
It's a long way to come from a safety.
That was 33. That's Jackson Lewis.
On the stop was number 2, Lucas Henderson.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned everybody. Dawson Roby, number 7's out there. He's at the other corner.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Chase Murphy, 21. Looks like he's back at safety this week. He was a corner last week. Nope, he's at a corner. And of course, White Smith, number 30. So that's your secondary. This is going to be English again on the keeper. Nice hit by Lucas Henderson. And I tell you, Lucas, he's always been a physical kid.
By Lucas Henderson. Brings up a third down for the Buccaneers.
Nice to see the secondary come up and
he's
make
coming
some
from
hits.
a safety position,
Yeah.
getting up that fast.
So this is going to be, again, another third and about 4. But this is kind of what they do on offense. I mean, you're not going to be too fancy. This is Browder. Actually, no, I don't think I was Browder. I think it was 30. What number is that?
On the
36.
carry was number 36.
Yeah.
Ryan Fulbert.
Falbert. Ryan Falbert.
Maybe giving Browder a rest there.
First and 10 for the
So
Buccaneers.
first in, 2 first downs in a row, kind of settling things down here for the Buccaneers. Again, same right up the middle. Oh, we got a
36 with the carry.
penalty. We'll have to kind of see what that is. Looks like I think they're calling face mask.
Number 41, Evan Jones.
Umpire was right there to make the call.
Alex Green.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Number 31, 5 yards, the end of the run.
Now again, still have the 5-yard version in high school, so that's just a 5-yarder.
31's Austin Johnson.
That's Austin Johnson. So again, DeSorbo, 17's a senior. Kellen Strayer, 56. He's kind of solidified himself to, as a sophomore, stepping up and making that transition to the varsity right away. Of course, number 5, J.J. McCoy. You remember him from last year. So, defensively, we have quite a few guys back.
Also a junior.
Also a junior, that's right. Fullback, and they're going to give him forward progress. It's going to be a first down.
And on the stop was number 5, J.J. McCoy. Also in there was number 11, Jack Kleingoose.
Well, and now this is an odd thing to watch. So this year, the center actually holds the football. The officials are putting down an orange bean bag.
Yeah, putting down a little bean bag.
So they put that there. They have to bring out a measurement. It's no longer going to get that's that knows the football. They look very different on a measurement.
Yeah. Last week I made a comment watching. I think our linemen enjoys that. They enjoy the ball flying back to them so they can catch the ball. But the linemen don't get a chance to touch the ball very often. Well, that's 36. He's taking over for Browder. Again, that's Ryan Faubert or Faubert.
Watching Pickwa stream last week, once in a while you see the center have to walk over and get the football, and I'm thinking, hey, come on, guys, these big guys don't like this. They don't want to move over there.
No.
Throw it back to them.
They don't need that extra. So this is one of those cases where it looks like they're basically running the same thing, but there are different schemes on what they're doing. Browder's back in now at fullback. First and 10. Buccaneers having a nice drive here. This is Browder, and that's a short game, maybe 1 or 2.
Browder, the ball carrier.
That was Austin Johnson.
And again, that could be something. Maybe they are kind of going after the sophomore Strayer right up the middle. They're using that fullback quite a bit.
Quarterback has made a couple good pulls also. Just that defense keeps keen on it and pull it and outside.
And English he's gonna now pitch it. And I tell you, it looks like Lucas Henderson again. One thing I like about Lucas, he does not hesitate. So he knows what his assignment is, and he gets downhill and gets to the ball carrier.
On the stop
this sets up a third long, and this is what you want to do with an offense like Chris. You want to put them in a situation where they're uncomfortable. Now, I'm sure at this point they're 4 down territory, but you get them third and long. That's not really something that they're comfortable with. This is Browder up the middle, gets stuffed.
So about 4th and 4
Yeah.
coming up.
4th and 4. I got a feeling they're going to, Old English is going to keep this one, I think, number 4. They're going to give him an option maybe of keeping and pitching. Aiden Couch comes in for Alex Green. And we got officials coming
Shoelace.
out. Oh, they're just resetting the play clock. So again, Xenia's established a drive here. See if Troy can stuff them, turn it over on downs, get the ball back to the offense. Obviously the offense had the ball for about 6 seconds, so the defense has been on the field roughly about 10 minutes of the first quarter. A little misdirection, and that did not work. This turnover on downs. Really nice job right there. Saw Evan Jones in the bottom of that. David Couch was in that pile.
So you're looking at this Coach McGarren go, well, let's try another one.
Yeah.
Try it till it stops.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Troy last week ran a lot of RPOs, which was a little bit of a surprise how many they ran. So again, Mayfield back at quarterback. This is going to be Kowecki. He's right up the middle. He's got some room. Can he outrun him? He's going to be gone. This is Nick Kowecki, the sophomore, and they're not going to catch him. That's 2 plays, 2 touchdowns for the Trojans.
That ups the time of possession for the Trojans to about 12 seconds.
That is 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, and I would say maybe 12 seconds.
And that was a 60, and I know Kowecki's straight line speed is about as fast as anyone on the team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He runs about as well as anybody, just like you said, Chris, no doubt about it. That was probably what are we talking about, a 75-yard touchdown there?
Yeah.
I think it was close to
70 plus.
Yeah. Well, I would say Xenia is probably a little shell-shocked right now, wondering what is going on.
I mean, their offense certainly isn't built for a lot of points.
That's exactly right. A team like this, they're not built to make huge comebacks just based on the offense that they run. Well, I tell you, that time, saw a couple of our linemen get to that second level. They took the linebackers out. By the time he got touched, he was already 15 yards down the field.
Long snapper is also
Nick Kowecki can run. He's got really good speed, and he obviously showed it there, pulling away. Again, this is Klein Hens. It is good. And it is now 14-0.
You think the defense,
minute 48.
Defense hoping, hey, we just had this drive. This is great.
Yeah.
We get to sit for a minute. Right back out there.
So obviously you're going to take the points, But defensively they just got to hang in there and hang in there.
Yeah, I mean it's at any level, but down here high school football, it's hard for a high school team to go a dozen, 15 plays without making a mistake.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Back deep will be Jabbar Jr., number 5, and number 10, Jalen Fields.
Well, I tell you, Chris, it is kind of interesting. You look across the field and you see our student section.
Yeah.
You know, on the other side of the field.
It is.
You know,
I mean, we don't have the camera or the screen in front of us today. We're actually outside the press box.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I don't know if they can see it up there, but
it's kind of interesting to see. But I tell you, it is nice that they're able to come and still root their peers on.
Number 5 picked the ball up. That's Jabbar Jr. Moved it upfield.
Trojans have about 100 yards of offense this quarter.
Yeah. 2 plays, 12 seconds, 2 touchdowns, and about, over 100 yards in offense.
28. First and 10 for Xenia.
So Xenia takes over, 25-yard line.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
And up the middle
and
again.
I believe that's Browder once again.
Browder, the ball carrier for Xenia.
Gain of 2. Again, it looked like Kellen Strayer in the mix. You're going to see his name quite a bit just based on what they run. He's going to be right there all night. You know, 43 Elijah Atkins, we talked about it before the game. You know, he's kind of, he's changed his body shape. He's lost some weight, a little quicker. I think that's going to help him tremendously this year.
He was, I don't know what he was on offense, but I know they've been running him at wing. Yeah,
it's kind of like an H-back type deal. This is English. He's able to get a nice gain around.
Number 4, English with the carry.
And again, it's still first quarter. You know, Xenia's not going to panic. It's still early in the game, and at this point, they want to keep the ball as long as humanly possible because they've not had much luck stopping the Trojans. Again, I'll give that Coinage credit. You know, to make this offense, that type of offense run, you got to have some good ball handling, and he does do a nice job with that. Their formation predominantly is the over. They're going to put like an extra tackle and the split in on the same side. They've run that all game. That's just their basic formation. This is Browder. He does bounce off.
With the carry.
And a host of Trojans.
And he looks like he is just a touch short. Nope, they signal first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Number 31, Austin Johnson in for the tackle. That carry good enough for a Buccaneer first down.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Again, you know, this game's going. It's going to be quick.
It is.
You know, the way Xenia.
I think we got started about 5 after 7. 22-minute first quarter.
No doubt about it. So what a great first quarter for the Trojans. Defensively, you know, obviously the first possession, 3 and out. They did what they needed to do on the second possession, even though they gave up several first downs. But, you know, offensively, man, just amazing to see.
So here we go, another COVID change in football. Looking at the Trojans down there, you had to have either your own water bottle, and only coaches or trainers are allowed to fill them up. So what Coach Kress has done, he's got a trash can out there. I know he has a 5-gallon bucket just full of bottles of water.
Okay.
Is the way they're doing it this year.
There you go.
Really a good thing too. On behalf of all the athletes competing in tonight's contest and their parents, we thank you for helping us to ensure that our students get to participate in their season to the fullest.
So again, you know, we're allowed 15. Basically, they took whatever your total is, your capacity, gave you 15%, and it's either the 1,500 or whatever number's less. You know, so they're, you know, so that's where we get this 1,500. You know, last week, I'm not sure exactly how many seats we gave Xenia. I know Pickle only gave us, I think, 200 to start last week.
Yeah, I know the players got first dibs. Yeah. And I wish that was about all that the school passed out. And then they did their, 300 tickets. I think they put up for online sale that went pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. So we did do an online sale. The students got a chance to come in and at least starting with the seniors and get their tickets yesterday. So again, we're trying to make this work as best we can, try to get these kids a chance to have some normal experiences here in 2020. So it's 1st and 10, Buccaneers. This is Browder once again. He does bounce off. And I tell you, he does have a forward lean,
Well,
you
there's the
know.
ball carrier, number 32.
Lucas
And
Henderson on
the
first
stop,
contact
number
again.
2, Henderson.
Yeah,
Also
he's
in
not
there,
afraid.
number
He's going to
5,
stick his nose in
Capone.
there. Does a real nice job of that. So this is going to be one of their better first down gains right there. This will be about 2nd and 5, maybe a long 4.
Oh, pass.
Little throw, and he was open.
It was there.
He went right by Lucas, our corner over there.
Pass was intended
Chase
for
Murphy
Sanders.
didn't recognize that either. He just overthrew him. That'll be something they come
And it
back
was-
to.
that was-
Down in
That's
I
one of
don't
those
know what
things
they're
you-
running up there with replay or not, but the quarterback real low behind the line and then just kind of popped up.
Kind of
and-
popped up. Yeah, again, that's just one that the ball to make this kind of offense work. You got to have somebody that can ball handle, hide that ball as much as you can. So again, I think Xenia will come back to that play a little bit later. This is 3rd and 5 right now. This is English going to keep it. Oh, he pitched it out wide, and we were able to make a tackle. I believe that was Wyatt Smith, number
It is.
30.
Great tackle.
4th and long. They're going to have to kick now.
Got a quick score dropped on us here. Pickle up 17-0 on Butler already.
Wow. Butler, not sure how good Butler is.
They got the win last week.
Who?
Butler?
No, Tip beat them
Oh, Tip did get
34-14.
Okay.
It must have been an ugly game. There's 400 yards total offense in that entire game. So Lucas Henderson's got his heels back. Oh, it blocked. Get away from it. I think that was Green. That was Alex Green, 33.
And so now it's becoming a Madden game. So can we score on one play?
Yeah, no
Come
kidding.
back, we can show our age here. It's like playing Tecmo Super Bowl back in the early
Yeah,
90s.
man. Well, we've run for one and passed for one, so we'll see which is the tiebreaker. So again, we haven't had a chance really to even announce the lineman. Ethan Freed is the center. He's number 66. Next to him on the right is 52. That's Andrew Holly. I
First
believe-
year guy.
Yeah, first year. I think Jacob Mormon's moved out to tackle since Hildebrand is not playing for the most part. I'll get the rest here after this play. We're going to throw again. Mayfield down the sideline, little wheel route. He was open. I think that was Nick Koecki.
Was intended for number 13, Will.
No, that was Will Wolke.
Calls incomplete.
He came out of the slot, and it was definitely a wheel.
Bars coming off
Just
the field
slightly-
for something.
Slightly overthrown. So that was Will Wolke, number 13. He is a junior. You're going to see, I believe that's 14 for the first time. That's Shaden Olden. And we got quite a few basketball players that decided to come out this year. 14 is one of them. Number 1, Jaden Owens, is another.
Talking to the
Eric
football
Viney, I
coaches,
believe he's
they're-
26. He also came out as well. So that's nice that we're getting kids to go out for multiple sports.
Yeah.
That's Nick Koecki.
The ball carrier for Troy. On the stop was number 2, Gates.
Again, Evan Jones played some offense last week. I think we're going to kind of get to the point where he's going to pretty much stay on defense now and going to have Nick be kind of the main running back. So this is 3rd and 7. First third down of the night for the Trojans. This is Mayfield back pass. So quick pass out here to Jaden. That's Jaden Owens. That's his second catch of the year. Had one last week as well. Nick Barr's going to come and sub for him.
With the completion.
Now on the left side, you got Joe
Stop was
Cusick.
made by Wright,
He's
number
the
7.
smallest of them, 6 foot 250, but he's a tough
I think-
kid, man.
I think you read that weight wrong.
Well, I'm just reading what it says.
Oh. 185.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems a little, he didn't seem that big. And then, of course, Zach Ray, who in most years would be one of the bigger kids
Yeah.
at 265.
Yeah.
Now he's just one of the runts up there. So 1st and 10 about midfield. This is Mayfield going to roll out in the flat. He's got Christian. Oh, he fumbled.
I heard a whistle. They called, they called him down.
They called him down by contact, or down by hitting the
Mayfield's
ground.
pass is complete to number 44, Williams.
So that's Christopher Williams sliding out of the backfield.
Number 39, Adams.
So this is going to be 2nd and 7. No, I don't know if they're going to have what are they going to have a little, they're going to talk about this? And there's no replay.
It's like, well, it's either incomplete or they mark it at the spot because it wasn't ruled a fumble.
Right. Now they're gonna call it a catch. Yeah, they're gonna call it a catch. So 2nd and about 7.
Second down,
So we got
7.
Chris Williams going to be like the H-back. This is going to be Koecki up the middle. Got a nice forward lean. Hits that hole hard. 1st down Trojans.
Is that 11 yards?
Now I tell you, we're really working at that middle.
With the tackle, number 7, right.
And again, you know, I'm talking about obviously Andrew Holly he played football. I think the last year he played was 7th grade. So nice to see these guys coming back and contributing here to their senior year. This is Mayfield, little same pass as before. Oh man, almost got tipped up for a pick. They were basically trying to run that little wide receiver screen, almost like a jailbreak type screen.
The 2nd and 10 for the Trojans.
So 2nd and 10. Again, you will notice Ethan Freed, he's the center. He's going to have the ball all night. The ball just comes right back to him. He holds it and puts it down where the beanbag is to mark the spot. This is going to be Koecki. And that was a little counter action. That was Zach Ray leading up through the hole.
On the stop,
That was Cusick on the pole. He would kicked out.
Smith, Jarnell Smith. And also in
So we
there,
got about
number
3rd and
9,
5.
Isaiah Holt.
First time
3rd down.
Trojans have the ball more than one play here in this possession. Running some clock. And we're going to get a free 5 yards. That's nice stuff. You know, even though you're in the shotgun, you can still change the cadence and the snap and all that. First time we're going to see for the Trojans, number 35, that's Manny Kemp short.
So they put a 300-pound back behind the 300-plus pound line.
Yeah, no doubt. So 3rd and short. Again, the ball is going to go to Manny. And basically, they're going to try to get to his legs. And he's able to get a 1st down.
On the carry was number 35, Emmanuel Kemp Short.
Koecki's going to come back in.
The stop was made by Steele, number 6. And number 8, Lockheed.
First and 10 Trojans. They're at the 24-yard line of the Buccaneers. This is going to be Koecki. And he's going to be tackled after about a gain of 4. That was number 55 there for Xenia.
Stop was Gaither, number 2.
That is Goodrum, his name, 6 foot, 255 pound senior. Yeah, maybe Joe, maybe Cusick, maybe he paid somebody to put that that weight down, because he's not 250. Mayfield going to let a mini roll out to his left. Now he's going to come back this direction, and he's got a host of Trojans to block. See if he can get to the edge. Not quite. That's a real nice tackle by number 5.
We were just talking about Joe Cusick.
Yeah.
rode that block all the way to the sideline. When he cut it back, knocked him on his butt. There's Hildebrand.
That's Taufik Jabbar, number 5. And Hildebrand's going to come in. So again, what I was told today is that he's going to come in as like the extra tackle.
Well, Couch came out, so they brought out a wide receiver.
So he's going to be
a tight end. They replaced him at tight end.
Oh yeah, he's going to be like pretty much the unbalanced tight end or extra tackle.
We should go like something. Is it don't be fancy and go for the big guy, or run counter the other direction?
Yeah, I got a feeling they're going to run out the big guy here. 3rd and 2. It's when you, as a coach, don't overthink. You don't want to outcoach yourself.
Yeah.
Put him in there for a reason. Again, especially, you're going to give him some limited snaps. Now, I'm sure there's going to be times we're going to run away from him, but I'm not quite sure if this is going to be the one. So, Trojan, real nice drive right here.
We'd like to welcome to Troy Memorial.
Again, one thing we're doing, we're mixing up the run and pass. And what we haven't seen really tonight is those RPOs. So again, that's probably an adjustment we made. Pickle kind of blew that up last week. A lot of times it was just kind of slow developing. Nice wasn't going to play with, Reed and who. They just sent everybody. So again, like the adjustment. We look faster on offense this week.
Also, that's product, as we talked about, that Piqua line was very good.
Yeah, that's a good team. One thing about Coach Neese, you got to respect the job he does. He's one of those where, Coach Gress first year got him last year. I'm sure he wasn't going to say, this is not that easy. You don't come up here and just dominate this series.
No.
So here we go, third and short. We got a 3rd and 2 here. This is going to be Manny. No, it's going to be a keeper by Mayfield. Really nice ball hand right there. Fake me out. That's tremendous.
Nice fake.
Real nice job right there by Mayfield. Trojans got a chance to really take control of this game. Go up 3 scores with a team that really wants to just kind of pound the ball. This is Manny, and he just annihilated the first guy. Let me see if I can get that kid's number. He might not want to get
He
up.
might still be laying there. You might have a minute.
That was 36. That's that backup fullback, and he got crushed. He got crushed. We're going to try to run this play pretty quick. Almost like a double tight end look with Chris Williams.
Go
this
back
could be
to
Manny, and it's touchdown. That was easy.
No one's standing in front of that.
That was he set the tone on the carry before, and no one wanted to really get in front of him. So the Trojans are going to go up 20, hopefully 21-0 here with about a little over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Really taking this game over.
Now, it might take Xenia the full rest of the quarter, 5.5 minutes, and then they don't score. Now Trojans have the ball right off the bat again.
Yeah, for Xenia, I really think, Chris, this is a must possession for them, and they can take the rest of the quarter and score. You're down to, and I think they would probably take that, but they cannot have an empty possession next time when they get the ball back. This is Kleinhens once again. He missed this one. That was left. On the hold, that's number 8. That's Donnie Stanley. He's a sophomore. One of the backup quarterbacks. That's generally what you do with the backup quarterback.
Maybe they do play him on Saturday, but there's limited rules. He's not allowed to run. He's there for reps, but
so the Trojans, I tell you, executing really well, and I think that's probably the biggest disappointment that they talked about after the game last week is just the lack of execution.
Yeah.
So, I think that they, something they stressed this week in practice. They had a good week in practice after talking to some of the coaches, and so that's a testament to the seniors and leading this group and say, hey, let's put that behind us and move on.
a lot of also just thoughts about coaching high schoolers. When they actually get in a routine, when we're back in school, when they know they go from school to practice and it's Monday practice to Tuesday practice, do they progress better or further than this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, these teenagers, particularly athletes, they need that structure.
Yes,
You know, and I'm sure they enjoy this sleeping in till whenever, but ultimately, it does a lot more good for them when they're in that normal routine.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers.
So here we go. Xenia's going to get the ball at about the 30, and again, I really do think, Chris, this is a must possession for them. See if the Trojan defense can get yet another stop. That's going to be Browder again. Bringing that right at DeSerbo. We got a little pushing and shoving in there, getting a little chippy. Sometimes that happens when you start beating on somebody.
Number 17, Adam DeSerbo. 2nd down, 7.
Second and 7. This is going to be Browder again, same play.
Browder's the ball carrier.
And so here we are, 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
Number 17, DeSerbo.
Again, big possession. I think you'll see, again, 56 is coming straighter. He's really just kind of root hogging almost, it seems like. You're just kind of diving at there, trying to create almost a pile in there. Doing a real nice job right there. Allowing DeSerbo to clean up behind him. So 3rd and 4. It's going to be Browder again.
That's
That time they got some push.
With the ball for the Buccaneers.
This is kind of also the first time he wasn't really met right at the line of scrimmage. He actually got through about 2 yards and got a lean.
Yeah, got his momentum going.
DeSerbo, number 17.
So 1st and 10, again, they will have no problem eating up the rest of this clock if they can. But obviously they want to get some points out of this. Oh, that's a nice hit right there. That looks like that's Atkins right there. Atkins came clean and just kind of one-on-one, put him to the ground. Really nice job by 43.
Number 33, Alex Green.
Here comes David Couch. He comes in for Green, Alex Green. That seems to be the substitution tonight. This is 2nd and long. It's going to be the pitch. This is out to Trayshawn Sanders, and he went nowhere. So now we're looking at 3rd and 12, not something Xenia wants to see. Now the Trojans have 2 timeouts.
I mean, that's what's going through my head. Do you save time or just say, at 20 points, punt it to us?
I think we stop them here. I think we do call a timeout. Try to save some of that time. Cole English, he's going to pitch it out here. Browder's wide open. So that time they changed it up a little bit. They put Browder as one of the wings.
With the Buccaneer football.
And he let Austin Johnson know something, which is interesting. We're down 20-0.
That's not something we're having.
Yeah.
Lucas Henderson got in between them and I think reminded Austin of that.
Yeah. Say, hey, you don't need to get chippy. Doesn't do us any good. Here we go. 1st and 10. 45-yard line. We'll see if Xenia kind of picks up the pace here. Now for the first, they're starting to bring a little more. Bringing 2 split ends here for the first time. These last couple plays, trying to spread the defense out. That's Browder up the middle. That looks like Atkins and Couch on the tackle.
On the stop, number
43 and 3. Xenia's going to call their first time out.
Also in there was.
Well, they're going to have to put more
Yeah,
clock.
they are.
They're going to have to put more time. Right now, I just saw 5 seconds go
Yeah.
off the clock. So we're going to get a correction here by the lead official.
Timeout, Xenia, they're first. Clock operator, please set it to 1 minute, 37 seconds.
There you go. 5 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we have halftime, let's remember that your cooperation, your support will help us follow the
So the
safety
Trojans, man, I'll
guidelines
tell you, got off to that
set by
quick
the Ohio
start.
Department of Health, the Governor's
But I tell you, I was
Office,
just as
and the
impressed with their
Ohio
last
High
possession
School
on offense, being able to
Association.
take it all the way down the
As we've
field,
seen, the opportunity
convert
to
some
play
big
our sports
plays,
this year
had
Yeah.
some nice,
cannot
had mixed up the
or
run and
can be
pass.
taken
So
away by the
I tell you right
threat
now,
of
I think we're having our way
COVID-19.
offensively.
We ask that everyone in attendance
Defensively,
continue to wear
heck, we've
that
been on the
facial
field
covering,
at least
keep up
2/3
the
of this
hygiene,
half.
at least.
keep yourself and your family
I mean,
safe
for
apart
all intents and
from
purposes, we've
other
had one
things
possession.
and
Right.
In terms of clock,
Our
Sure.
ability to follow these guidelines will go a long way in determining how much of a season our student athletes will have. So we do thank you for the cooperation.
So this is a second about 8. That's going to be Browder again off tackle, kind of slithers out of there.
Browder, the ball carrier.
And
Third
again,
and short, not
you
quite a
mentioned
first
it,
down.
he's got a forward lean. He gets low. He's not easy to tackle. That's why we've had most success when we kind of get him within that first 2
Yeah.
yards.
Third
kind of when he
down.
runs into the scrum.
Right. This is 3rd and 1. And guess who?
Browder.
They're going to give him
carrier.
forward progress as a first down.
I mean, still now is a minute enough time for Xenia to score?
Yeah, that's true. Now they do have 2 timeouts, but eventually they're going to have to probably put the ball in the air. Now the difference is we should know that they did have that pop pass that they missed
Yeah.
last possession that was open. So again, they're going to 2 split ends at this point. Widen out the flanker. And again, that's just to loosen up the defense. I don't really think it's going to change anything, but they are going to call
They had to burn
timeout.
a timeout.
A little bit of confusion. That's a wasted timeout for
Plenty of time.
Xenia.
Plenty of time on the play clock. 14 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, that seemed to be kind of a panic call right there.
Ball is resting
So
on
again,
the
Trojan defense
35-yard
been really
line
impressed.
where the Buccaneers
Really, it's been about the
have a
same
1st and 10.
11, 12 guys. You got Alex Green and Nathan Couch in there. Other than that, it's really been the same crew the entire time. So Xenia's got 57 seconds. They need to get 35 yards here. They're going to have to get a chunk play here sooner or later, Chris.
Yes.
Back
There
to
it is.
pass, out in the flat, missed him. But I tell you, that's probably a decent matchup for them. They had the running, we had a linebacker on the running back.
Intended for
It
field.
was. Now the quarterback made the right play there. The quarterback doesn't put enough on that or actually gets him in stride. I think Elijah gets into that. He had to get it there quick and kind of threw it into the ground.
So they got a hold. I wonder if he's going to, yeah, I would say you take him back. I think he is. There you go. So now it's going to be 1st and 20. I think you're going to make them go more yards. And again, you could tell they don't throw the ball very much. He threw that ball in a hurry. Probably maybe even a little bit sooner than you need to. So again, 1st and 20, actually even 21. Trojans a little bit late getting lined up. This is English out the pitch. He got lit up by J.J. McCoy, but got the ball out. That's Browder. And again, that's just solid football.
It
I
is.
mean, if the quarterback's going to come out there, you need to hit the quarterback.
And cleaning him up early in the backfield takes away that option. We had three Trojans there.
Yeah, nothing wrong, nothing dirty about that. Great hit right there by J.J. McCoy. So we're talking second and about 18. They got to move. For the Trojans, this is fantastic. Oh, this is a bad snap. They got number 9. That's their backup. He must be more of their thrower. Oh wow, he almost caught that.
What are they calling?
Now, I don't know. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
We got a guy 40 yards
They're
away
go
from the
pass
play.
interference, but who are they going to call this on?
For number 11, Hoskins, and the ball hit the turf.
Well,
So now
this is the first kind of big call of the game for these
in high school
these
football.
officials.
It's going to go. Got to clear me up on the penalties that aren't automatic first down. I believe this is just yardage,
just 15 yards.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Boy, that's
a bad call.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I'm trying to do the best I can not to bash these refs here. That was a little rough.
I'm not.
So now it's second and short.
Wyatt seemed to be trailing the play there.
Yeah,
I saw that. Now the safety had hands on him, but it seemed like he was just feeling position.
My only issue is the guy called it from. He's the side judge on the other side. You know, I just find that hard to believe. But here we go. It's still second and it's going to be second and 2. They got to get about 26 yards and 10. Yeah, they only got time for maybe 2 plays.
For being the official sports medicine provider. This talented team of sports medicine.
That was number 9 that came in there.
Keeping our athletes safe and healthy.
Trying to think who that is. I think that's Isaiah Hoyt. He had 1 pass attempt last week. Must be more of their thrower. He did have a decent ball.
Some kind of care. Learn more about and find a physician. Visit online Premier Health.
Now, obviously, they need to score here, but they did at least keep the ball away from the Trojans. So it's like half a win here. Back to pass. This is Hoyt again. He's going to run. He better get out of bounds. It's half's going to be. Oh, they got lucky. We'll see if they give him 1 second.
We'll see if we get the home clock
that was kind
operator.
of a generous home operator here. I think they're going to give him 1 because that was pretty generous on. Hey, nothing wrong with that, you know. Make them.
It happens. I mean, we would not be the first, not be the last.
Yeah, they're gonna put 2 seconds. It was a little late clicking that button, so I kind of get it. The issue with this, of course, is they do got a chance, you know, and it's not going to be a long throw. They're at the 10-yard line. It's going to be the last play of the half. Big play right here for the Trojan defense. This would be a great shutout here in the first half. We can make 1 more play. Let's see if we can get some pressure on Hoyt here. I think Coach Manson, defense coordinator, is going to call timeout here and kind of set something up. I think we're going to try to put some pressure on him.
Got a 9-7 Stebbins over Sydney right now. About 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Of course, Sydney had a 56-0 shellacking over Greenville. That must mean Greenville doesn't have much. That was 56-0 at halftime. I'd have to double check that Stebbins West Carrollton on who won that off the top of my head. I can't quite remember who won that game. So it looks like they're going to take Strayer out, and again, maybe get some chance to get a little pass rush in there. Figure out who we put in there for him. Looks like 28. That's Hollis Terrell. Yeah, that's exactly who they put in. So they're going to try to get a little more speed there, try to get up in Hoyt's face here. Hollis, of course, plays basketball. He can maybe at least deflect the pass. All right. Oh,
Yep.
This is going to be motion. Now since the clock was already dead, they're going to get a chance to run this again. What you can't do is when the clock's running, get a false start to stop the clock. There we go, last play of the half. Ball's at the 15-yard line. Hoyt's definitely going to come back to pass. Here he is, lefty's rolling out to his left. And he's going to throw out of the end zone. That wasn't even close. So, I'll tell you, what a great half for the Trojans. Stopped them. You know, again, Xenia had the ball for 5 minutes there and did not get any points.
Their time possession has to be close to 80%.
I agree. Yeah, this is just what the doctor ordered here for the Trojans, 20-0 at the end of the first half. So, again, the halftime is shorter here in 2020, so it's 10 minutes instead of 20. They will give a three-minute reset. So again, for those of you out in Trojan Nation, don't have quite as long here at halftime, but we'll see you back here in about a little over 10 minutes.
I mean, it was, and then
As we set up for halftime, we'd like to thank our football officials as well for their joining us tonight at Floyd Memorial Stadium. Referee Dan Potts, umpire Scott Wright, lineman Fred Healy, line judge Preston Garrison, and our back judge Paul Cromwell. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Man, what a nice start.
Serving as our official crew.
Awesome. 2 touchdowns, 15 The time of possession, I just worry about our defense getting
I would say they got at least 80%. They got no points, so we'll take that all day.
I'll tell you what I'm going to get. Super Mario City All-Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2020 Troy High School Trojan Marching Band. This year the band members are 125 strong and led on the by their drum majors Adam Cartwright, Jolie Lohman, Julia Norris, and Noah Holombi. Born in London, England in 1970, Roger Taylor, John Deacon, Brian May, and Freddie Mercury began a group that would soon become a household name in Britain as well as in America. Greetings the kiss as we are the champions. Another one bites the dust, and we will rock you. Queen, became one of the world's best-selling music artists. The music world recognized the brilliance of this group in 2018 by awarding them the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Tonight, the Troy High School Band gives a nod to this band and a piece of classic rock history by playing Queen Opus, which includes such hits as We Will Rock You, Another One Bites the Dust, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Your Troy Marching Band.
Mississippi is my K-Cup. I love that. Yeah, they went to 1 minute, so they went from basically 20 to 10, and 3-minute reset. That's close to 13, 14. Hello, actually, how are you? Good.
So is the Switch all you got, or you play on other things?
I also have an Xbox One and a USB. I'm trying to play every exclusive that comes out for free.
I play every like third-party multi-platform thing on the Xbox. But, I mean, the PlayStation had like Until Dawn, Spider-Man, Hack and Drive. I've only had like an hour.
Yeah, my friend got it because he got the deluxe edition.
Well, it's one of those Destiny likes with the multiplayer option.
Yeah, a little touch. That's invite you to take it home. I just want to see you in that little basket. I'll give you one.
If that drops next year, I'm gonna do not go there, please.
Well, Project Red Hat is 5 years. Push it back. All right, man. Now I'm going to say thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, what's up?
He looks pretty good for football, but what are you doing for the rest of the
I don't know if he knocks a guy in his butt like he did on that one play. I'll take it.
You're going to let him just wrestle at the plate or what?
I'm excited to feel Lego Star Wars.
If he wants to do wherever he wants.
No, he can't wrestle.
ABT sounds alright.
Well, Cyberpunk's on the list to go on.
How much does he weigh?
They can do that and still keep the other one.
Bring back some classic beat tracks like Coconut Mall. That's awesome. Bring back Coconut Mall.
Hey, John. You have got a stack?
She's working on it.
You have done stats?
Oh, did I? No, I haven't.
Okay.
I thought you said that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I trusted you, man.
Not about.
I don't trust you at all.
Well, we have a little time in the second half of play. So we'd like to once again thank our leading sponsors for the athletic program. That would include Subway, Cricket, Los Picados,
Our print deadline is
West Cookhouse, Chipotle, Elsie, Hardwick, Lincoln Square, Domino's, Redneck Cake, KD Custard, McDonald's, and BW3. Thank you for your
I have one person
support
three.
in athletics.
What?
I have one person 3.
And if you get your 50-50 ticket out, I will be announcing that number.
No, it's not working.
If you have that winning number, take your ticket down to the spirit stand to claim your 50-50 winning.
You guys ready?
push the slider and then we'll tell you what.
Here is that ticket number.
Slide that slider up.
Check your ticket. 1-6-8-0-1.
Mark, you guys are ready whenever you are.
All right, so we're back here. Little halftime break. Again, we're going to be starting here in about a couple minutes. Again, Trojans 20-0. You go back that first quarter. First pass is about I think it was 40 yards on a catch and run by Nick Barr. That took about 6 seconds. Get the ball back. And then Nick Koecki breaks off about a 75-yarder. Another 6 seconds.
That was only possession of the first half.
Yeah.
The first quarter, excuse me.
First quarter. And then again, we got the ball, drove it down, had a few first downs, mixed it up, run and pass. Again, real nice, even third touchdown. I mean, the only blemish missed extra point, but I mean, my goodness, you got to nitpick just to come up with something like that. So here we go. Trojans will receive. Again, another reason why it was so crucial for Xenia to try to score. You know, the fact that Troy's going to get the ball right here. Did see at halftime it was Piqua 23, Butler 10. So Butler did get on the board. I do believe the Trojans are at Butler next week. Is that correct? Pretty sure they're at Butler.
We have Tip at home.
Tip at home next week?
Yeah, we got back-to-back home games.
Okay. Even better.
Coach Burbacher's first time back here. Obviously played Tip last year.
Right.
Back defense Trojans, number 2, Lucas Henderson, 41, Evan Jones, and number 10, Nick Barr.
The Trojans are going to get, that looked like J.J. McCoy. I would say maybe back to about the 32-yard line. Yeah, so the Trojans are at Butler. Then they go Tip home, Greenville home. Then finish regular season at Stebbins. So again, short abbreviated season, 6 games total, 3 on the road, 3 away. So the Trojans take over first and 10. About the 31-yard line. This is Mayfield. He's going to hand the ball to Koecki. And going to gain maybe about 4 yards.
On the stop was number 40, I believe number 40, Darnell.
That is Smith on the tackle, number 40 for Xenia. Jaden Owens down here at wide receiver. I believe that's Klein ends up towards the top of the screen.
Bar up top.
Was that Bar up top? So here we go, Koecki again. And they're opening big holes. That's Dawson Hillebrand's in there, and he's kind of gimping. I'm kind of surprised he's in there right now. So he's definitely limping around. I believe I think it was a high ankle sprain. Is that correct?
It was, yes.
Which is, man, those are tough. Those are tough to handle. So this is 3rd and short. Obviously, Manny Kemp's going to be in there for this. 2 tight end look. On the right is Dawson Hillebrand, number 77, kind of like an extra tackle, but lined up as tight end. And this is going to be a keeper on Mayfield, and he's got a hole. And he's going to have a nice gain, about 12 yards on the carry. It's going to be 1st and 10 Trojans in Buccaneer territory.
The stop was made by Camille Wright, number 7. 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Trojans picking up the pace. Getting the plays in really quick this week. Kemp stays in the backfield. It's going to be him, little counter action. And he just kind of overran the pulling tackle, which was Zach Ray. Just got to have a little more patience on that. Let them kick out, and then you just get right up behind them. So 2nd and about 8. Nick Koecki comes back in. They go Twins towards the away sideline. this is going to be Koecki. A little power action.
So that probably puts him kind of quickly at, got to be over 100 on about on that carry.
He's right at that 100-yard barrier.
On the stop was number 55, Isaiah Goodrum.
First varsity touchdown tonight from
First
Nick
and
Koecki.
10 for the Trojans.
First of many, we hope.
Ball resting at the
Yeah, Dawson, he
35-yard
just kind of, you know, you definitely tell it hurts. I think, yeah, obviously, I think he wants to be out there.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not anywhere near 100%. There you go. This is going to be Mayfield on a design roll. And he's going to get to the sideline, pushed out. I think
Where are they going to hit there?
they're going to get a block in the back. What are they going to get here? That might be on Williams, number 44, is what it looks like, just based on body
Run
language.
out of bounds by Jalen Adams, number 39.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hold.
I mean, even between the
there you go.
two games, the defense has given up one real big play in the quarterback touchdown last week against Pickle, which went for about 40 yards.
Yeah, that was good 45 yards.
I mean, other than that, I want to say Pickle had 100 and did they have two? I don't think they had 200 yards, did they, in offense? We looked at it before the game.
223 I
Okay.
think total. Yeah. So yeah, not much more than that. We outgained it by close to about 130, 140 yards. This is first and 20. Mayfield's going to be a little roll to the right, out in the flat. Nice catch by Nathan Couch. Makes the first guy miss. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Pass is complete.
Again, David's nice size. They list him, I believe, at 6'2".
Number 3.
He's a big target out there. He and Barr both have some good size out there. So second and 10. This is going to be Koecki, and he got mauled. That's 36. That's
Koecki is stopped by number 36, and that would
That's
be
Fobert,
Ryan
6 foot, 200-pound senior. He's got a little more confidence tackling Koecki because he got run over by Manny Kemp down there in the second quarter. This makes it third and long. Again, double tight end look. Roll. Got Barr to the corner like a corner route. Ball is floated.
Oh, that's got to be a flag.
That's got to be a flag. It is. He held him. Yeah. I'd say that's one of those things, Chris, where an underthrown ball actually helped. Now, at the same time, if he would have thrown that thing out there where it should have been, it probably would have been a touchdown.
That did have a lot of air under it.
Yeah, that ball was floated. A little corner route. He was open.
So that is going to be enough for a first.
Yeah, that'll be just, I think, just enough.
Yeah.
By half a yard,
needed,
possibly.
Needed 14.
Yeah, that was,
pass interference.
boy, that was,
Number 5, 15 yards.
that's a great penalty. Keeps the drive alive for the Trojans. Xenia has got to get a stop here. Got twins down here to the field. This will be Nick Koecki. He's got some running lane. Another first down.
23, Nick Koecki.
Inside the 10, here comes Manny.
Brought down by number 23.
So Koecki comes out. Manny Kemp short comes in. First and goal from the 9. This is Manny straight up the middle. That's a touchdown. I tell you, Xenia is starting to look like a defeated football team. I think we're gonna see, we're gonna see what they're made out of, Chris, because it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, I mean they were working for their 3 and 4 yards a pop.
Yeah.
It's how hard are they really going to work?
This could get ugly in a hurry
Will be number 11, Jack
if they don't put up a fight here.
The holder, Donnie
Well, this is just what the doctor ordered for the Trojans after a tough loss to your rival in week 1, and come out here and execute about as well as you can. I mean, we've had very few penalties, Chris. The holding penalty we just had.
We had the pass, the no-touch pass.
Yeah,
interference.
that's right, pass interference. So again, very clean game by the Trojans, and they take a commanding 27-0 lead. Again, we're 3 points away from that running clock rule in Ohio.
Yeah, it could be a quick fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Xenia has got to get something going here.
For the kickoff will be Jack Kleinhens,
Kleinhens, number 11, does the kicking. He's kind of placed the ball most of the trying to get away from him. 5 gets it, but can he get all the way out there? And he can't.
Number 5 is returned. That's Jabbar.
That's Colton Block.
Yeah, that's Colton Block right there. Nice job on the coverage. It's amazing that they're setting up a right return all the time. You would think, based on how we've been kicking it, that they would, make some kind of adjustment on that. A lot of times return, you got a right-left call, so based on where the kick is, you can adjust, but maybe it's simply too early in the season. So 1st and 10 from the 14. This is going to be Browder.
We're just not changing up that offense. The same
No.
formation we saw
That's right,
first half.
same formation. Atkins with the tackle.
Stop was made by number 43, Elijah Atkins.
Well, you know that they've changed their philosophy. If Foyt comes in number 9, and they just start throwing the ball, so. So 2nd and 7. And this is Cole English at quarterback. He's going to give the ball again to Browder.
That's Browder, number 32.
And it's about 2nd and 4. Or excuse me, 3rd and 4.
Number 43, Elijah Atkins. Also in there was number 33, Alex Green. Brings up a 3rd down full.
Just ran a lineman out late. A little more of a spread formation here. And he's just going to keep it. He does a nice fake. He's got all kinds of room. I think they're going to call hold here. Number 11 was all way out on the outside on his pads. He doesn't even know the flag was called on him.
Flag on the play.
It came all the way back here by this back judge.
Number 2, Lucas.
Got to know when you're in the play and when you're out of the play.
Yeah, he had his hands all the way on the outside of Chase Murphy's shorter pads. Now, it will be a spot foul, so they're going to get a 1st down, I think. It should be 10 yards from the spot.
10 yards from the spot. First down.
Yeah, so they still get a 1st down. They just don't get quite as big a play. Now, I tell you, we lost contain. That was a case where we had an assignment bus right there, Chris, where everybody was taking the dive, so no one had the quarterback.
So it'll be a
And again,
1st and 10
that's
for the
tough.
Buccaneers.
Obviously they've
Ball
pounded
played from
Browder.
the 50-yard line.
You just got to stay disciplined and keep working your assignment. 1st and 10.
Right back to it.
And right
Ball's
back
out.
to
They got the ball. Trojans have the ball.
Yes. Are they going to call it down? That's a case. I don't think they knew the ball was out.
No, I think they got it on the. I think the Xenia running back was kind of laying on top of a Trojan.
Yeah.
Able to strip it out. Oh.
So So DeSerbo came up with the ball, but they're going to say he was down. This is 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8.
It's DeSerbo again.
Crowder
Yeah.
with the Buccaneer football.
Yeah, we've had the most success with Browder when you get to his legs right around that line of scrimmage. That was J.J. McCoy also in the pile.
Evan Jones.
And DeSerbo having a nice series right here.
In there was DeSerbo.
Again, it's one of those, he's free on that side. That means that nose, which is Strayer, is getting mangled by 2 or 3 guys. So, that's just part of defense. You got to help your teammates out. 3rd and 7 here, and they're going to call timeout.
All right, Evil. It's time for it used to be the Stump Fong question, because I couldn't stump Fong. So the trivia question for the day, which I thought was unanswerable.
It was a pretty hard question.
We asked David Fong, and he not only gave me the team, he gave me the year,
and
the coach,
and
the record of this Trojan squad. So Trojans have 6 regular season games this year. What was the last season they did not play 10 regular season games? Not that anyone knows this, but we'll give it a minute or two.
Yeah. We'll let some people think about this.
And then we'll also add this one, just because it kind of goes along with the shortened season.
Yeah.
Then what was the first year the Trojans played 10 regular season games?
10 games. Yeah. Well, David Fong still knows his Troy football. I'll tell you, it doesn't, and evidently it doesn't have to be just Troy Pickle.
No.
That's where we thought we were going to get him. So 3rd and long here for the Buccaneers. They have got to do something here offensively. They're going to try to spread the Trojans out here. We're a little confused defensively. We'll see if this works. Fumble.
So
Browder fumbles.
4th and 10.
That's Sanders that jumps on the ball. They got no choice but to punt here. And the Trojans have a chance to go up into the 30s, which would put this thing as a running clock the rest of the way.
In the punt is number 2, Gaither.
And Xenia's running people in. He doesn't know if he's supposed to be in. He is supposed to be in. Gets the punt off this time. Good punt.
A really good punt.
Lucas has plenty of time to field it. And he just kind of slips, and we're going to get a 15-yard penalty, I believe, on block. That's not what we need. That just kind of
It's a quick way to lose some playing
unnecessary.
time.
Yeah. Especially when you get now it's gonna pin us back half the distance.
All right, so Evil, the answer was you got it. You texted him.
It was 1966.
1966.
Trojans had a rough year.
They did.
They went, I believe it was 1-8. Is that correct?
1-8.
1-8.
Lots of 9-game seasons through the 50s.
Okay.
They actually had three consecutive 9-0 years in the 50s.
Okay.
55, 56, 57. First year they played 10 games. Did you get that one?
No.
Earlier? 1936.
Really?
1936.
1936.
First time they played 10 games.
Okay.
Ball's placed on the 12-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
They kind of played 10 here and there, and then post
Okay.
66, 10 games a season.
Little almost counter crisscross looking play for the old wing T people. Double
There's
handoff.
Another flag on the play. Far side of the
So
field.
that was Mayfield to Jones, and then he came back and handed it back off to Barr.
On the stop was number 59, Bartley. And also Adams, number 39.
At this point, I just hope it doesn't get sloppy.
Yeah. Or you
You
don't want these type penalties.
No.
Personal foul, defense.
Oh, that's on defense this time. Okay.
15 yards at the end of the run.
There we go. Even things out a little bit. We got one and they got one here. First and 10 from about the 29. And Mayfield at quarterback. He's had a real solid game here. Hasn't had to really press the issue. That ball was a little bit underthrown. That was one of his
There was some space over there,
poor
too.
passes of the night.
Mayfield's pass.
You know, I tell you, I was thinking about that. Obviously, as a former quarterback, what a for him to go in there, your first varsity start as a quarterback, and you got to play on the road at Piqua. I mean,
Against a good team.
yeah,
a good Piqua team. This wasn't a
that's a tough
mediocre
order.
team.
And I thought he hung in there. He had a couple poor decisions more than necessary bad balls. I think it was just more poor decision making on a couple of his passes last week. But you talking about being put your feet to the fire. That's a tough way to start.
Physical
Evan
run by
Jones,
Evan Jones.
physical run. Wow. So we're getting a chance to see Evan Jones a little bit.
He cleans out some of the cobwebs. He had a rough game. He had the fumble
did.
last week,
He
so
did.
it's good. I mean, we have a game now. Get some work in.
Yeah.
Kind of get it back under your feet and
Yeah.
carry on with your season.
Yeah, that's one of those cases. No one feels worse than Evan on that. It's just unfortunate that happens sometimes. We're going in to score and just forgot the ball. So 3rd and 3. Big for the Trojans. Keep this drive alive. Try to put this game officially out of reach. Little hitch route to the outside, and Barr dropped it.
Mayfield's pass falls incomplete.
So again, not one of our sharper drives right there.
Kind of, I'm sure this is what the coaches really didn't want to see. It's,
Yeah. And it's tough. That's just part of it. Is keeping that same intensity and focus when things have been going so easy throughout the game.
And as I imagine, next possession, Xenia doesn't score. We're going to see. I think we'll start seeing a lot of reserves coming in.
I agree. And I tell you, Dawson, I feel bad for him. He is just limping a lot down there. I hope he doesn't come back in the game, get him some rest. We're going to need him later in the season. Oh, that might be ours. And let's see what they call.
The ball hits the ground.
What are they going to call? He's late. They're going to call Trojan ball. So they're going to say he coughed it up before knee hit the ground. Unless he gets overruled here, they're having a little conversation.
We believe on the recovery was number 7, Dawson.
No, it's going to be Trojan ball here. So a muff punt by Xenia.
And I want to say I didn't catch a
Turns
number.
into
I think
first down.
Mayfield was in there on that punt and got run over by 2 Buccaneers and then got kind of laid on. And
So 1st and 10. Trojans get a break here.
may have been Donnie Stanley.
Yeah,
It was
probably
either
number 8.
Either 6 or 8, I couldn't quite tell.
Evans running hard.
That's Evan Jones.
That's Evan
with
Jones,
carry.
gain of 2. So down here at receiver is Shaden Olden for 14.
On top was number 7, Wright. Also in there was 40.
Up top is Nick Barr. Again, the line's just done a really nice job. You got Jacob Mormon at right tackle, Andrew Holly at right guard, Ethan Freed at center, Jen Cusick at left guard, and the left tackle is Zach Ray, and Nick Barr is wide open. It's touchdown. There we go. Now that looked like a better ball, better route, and that's easy picking.
That's got to put Barr close to 100 there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's last week, 200 yards.
Yeah, we talked about just big targets. Obviously Nick's got size. Shaden Olden's got size. Couch has size. So he does have some targets out there to throw to. That helps as a quarterback. Trojans go up 33-0. This thing's going to be on a running clock here once Xenia obtains possession. And I tell you, Chris, I'm a little surprised. I really thought Xenia would give a much stiffer competition tonight.
You get shocked with a couple big plays, and then you're just, for a team that runs this offense, completely out of rhythm. You're playing completely different type of football trying to get caught up.
You know, I think they're, you know, for them to be, 0-2 and the way this happened tonight, you know, I think Xenia's got to go back to the drawing board a little bit, and a lot of it's defensively. Defensively, they've just not been very good. You know, offensively, they're not going to scrap what they do.
No.
But defensively, they're going to have to make some changes because we just sliced and diced them.
Normal clock operations will resume. We do want to say thank you for attending tonight's game.
So the Trojans go up 34-0. And I tell you, for as many yards as we gained last week, didn't get many points out of it. I think we've made up for that tonight. Again, this is Jack Kleinhans. He's going to probably kick it down here. He's probably aiming for that 20, 25-yard line, at least if he's doing what he's been doing.
That is it.
That's about where he did it. That's a little bit more inside of where he wanted, but again, this might be the last possession for our starters. I got a feeling it's going to be mass substitutions here soon.
Yeah, I think they'll have the running clock, see if they can get the ball back, and then let some younger guys get some experience.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Xenia.
Now, of course, you know, once they get to the tournament, which will be interesting because they're going to seed teams similar to what they do with basketball, baseball.
Can you shed some light on that? Because I mean, I'm coach wrestling, so it's very different.
It'll come down to a coach's vote. You'll put out kind of establish your resume, kind of tell them, you know, you try to spice up your record and, you know, that sort of thing. And basically, it'll be a vote by the coaches, and then that'll be seeded,
and that's the end of
and then from there they'll pick their place on the chart and go.
But it's not a seeded bracket. It's not March Madness style 1 versus 16.
No, the coaches will pick where they fit, where they want to go, based on their seed. If they do it the way that I think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Based on
just other sports, I'm going to go with wrestling as an example. So we go, okay, you're the top-rated team by the coaches. You get first pick, and you're allowed to pass. And that goes down to the last place team, and they look at the last place team, and they say, well, you guys have to pick a line.
Yeah.
Or
that's usually the first place team will just pick the spot they want, and if you're good enough, people are going to just stay away from you for as long as possible. Now, one of the unique things is, you know, if you happen to, say you're a team and you're not successful and you lose that 7th week, you're allowed to continue to find other teams and play up to a certain date, which is so bizarre kind of.
That's just tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be out of the playoff contention by week 7. You still have your 3 games to get up to, but to be eliminated from the tournament, come back,
and then find a team that wants to play. But I think what they're going to do up till the regionals is the best seed host the game. So, you know, Troy could very well host 2-3 games possibly.
They could.
You know. Obviously, we got to keep winning.
But we also
there's that little pop pass.
We also don't know which direction we go. With some schools not playing,
that's true.
Is there going to be some Toledo teams that'll back out, or some Cincinnati teams that'll back out, Columbus teams? Because Franklin County was shut down for a long time. I think I don't want to speak out, but was this week 1 for Columbus, or did they actually play last week? Because they were really
played last week.
Started.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting, kind of how that works out. I believe schools have till the 18th of September. That's just a date that sticks in my mind of when you determine if you're going to play in the tournament, because you can opt out if you want.
I can't imagine coaches doing that, especially if, say it was a 10-game season, you know. opting out of it. But
That's English on the carry. He just got trucked.
6 games, you think they'd want at least a 7th.
Right. That's Alex Green on the tackle. Tell you, he's had a good first couple weeks here. And Xenia's going to have to punt again. It'll be interesting to see if we continue with the first string or if it's time to just start pulling.
And I'm seeing if they're trying to get a group down there. Looks like we have Donnie Stanley warming up at quarterback.
Okay, number 8's going to come in.
Sophomore.
Gator will be kicking for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, this quarter's going to go by in a hurry. This will even make it even because they're not going to stop the clock during this. So that'll be another minute before they kick it.
Dead ball, false start, offense, number 5, 5 yards, 4th down.
If you did make it out to the game, you don't have to fight the traffic getting out. You look over in the parking lot over by Hobart Arena, and it's about a third of the way full.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually you get a bigger crowd at the stadium. You have people parking over in the park.
Right, right. Let's see if we can get a update here. Again, we play at Butler next week. I'd like to see what that score is if I can find it. End of third, Piqua 29, Butler 10.
Down by number 23.
Piqua's looks like they're on their way to move to 2-0. Of course, this will even the Trojan record at 1-1.
I see Nathan Kaiser out here. I don't know if we've seen him yet.
Yep. We'll let you work on some of these subs.
Donnie Stanley, Aiden England. Christian Workman. So they got about half the offense.
Half the offense. Yeah. Little piecemeal. This is Manny. He's going to get a gain of about 4. He is
Isaiah
lot
Hoyt,
to handle.
Isaiah Hoyt gave it a shot.
Yeah, he
tried
did.
to go low, and I think he went right into his hips.
He did. So this is Donnie Stanley, hands it off to Manny Kemp again. They got to his legs. That's one of the reasons they got him down. Smart decision. It's going to be third and about 4.
On the stop was number 2, Gaither.
Jamel Smith was wrapped around his ankles.
Brings up a 3rd down and 4.
So again, so far, of course, we had a couple schools that did go back to school this week. Didn't hear too many major incidents, which is a good sign.
Yes.
Van Day has been back. Tip City went back this week. Obviously, Troy,
Beaver Creek,
Greenville, Sydney, we all go back Tuesday. So, these next couple weeks are going to be big. See how much, and hopefully we can get this entire season played. Is obviously what we're all hoping for.
That was a late whistle.
On that carry,
I'll tell you what, they wish they let it play out there as Donnie's laying across the yard to gain.
So Donnie Stanley with the carry. Again, a sophomore. And we might be going for it. Yeah, we're going to give this group a shot to go for it. Aiden England, number 9's up top.
I saw a 52 in there, but we don't have that on our roster.
Oh, 52, that's Andrew Holly. They gave him a different number. Who we have down here? Is this 19? What is this now? 49?
19's Grant Remmert. No, 49.
Yeah.
Christian Workman.
Okay.
Looks like they are going to punt.
Oh, changed their mind here.
Well, last time we punted, we advanced the ball 40 yards.
So, of course, this is week 2 for football. Week 2 for quite a few of the other sports. Trojans are off to a good
Where are you
fall
guys in your
season.
season? You guys seem to be one of the first ones that wrap up.
Our first tournament was the 6th of August. We've played 10 duels. We're 7-3 overall and 6-0 in the MVL. So the boys golf team's off to a really good start so far this year. Just had senior night last night. Again, we talked about that. We're we're trying to push that in there so we can recognize these athletes for what they've, their accomplishments at Troy. So it's kind of, it's kind of odd to do it that early in the season. It kind of felt a little different, but because we've done all these senior nights and no one's in school yet. That's kind of a little bit different. But yeah, golf team's off to a really nice start. And gonna be corralled at about the 28. But yeah, I'll tell you, a lot of these teams are off to a good start. The girls tennis team is off to a 7-2 start. Girls golf is 4-6, showed a lot of improvement. The girls soccer team tied a tough one, I guess, on Wednesday over to Fairborn. They're 3-0-1. Boys soccer is 4-0, and the girls volleyball team's off to a 6-0 start. So, it's also for the fall athletics, pretty good. And obviously, our cross country teams are always solid.
And just a change once again from with the COVID is we're only competing against our MVL schools.
That's
normally.
true.
We're not all those South Dayton schools, Centerville, Fairmont. We're not Beaver Creek. We're not competing against those teams right now.
Yeah, and a lot of these sports, it was the schedule was kind of easy. You went home and away, and just kind of just matter what the date was. For others, we one thing that we did is we front loaded our schedule and tried to play as many matches as we could. Early in the season. So, it was a unique situation for all these coaches. They had to do something, it's just much different as this is, unfolded here with the pandemic going on.
So we have Jaden Owen out here at corner now.
Straight up the middle.
Crowder with the carry.
We're going to start seeing some mass subs at this point. Kind of run down some of these.
Eric
we got
Viney making his way in there.
Good, very nice.
Number 47, Noah.
Of course, Colton Block up there at the top. Still got Lucas Henderson in there and Dawson Roby.
79, Bryce Loffman.
Who we got? 51. That's one of the middle linebackers.
See 87. I don't know if you mentioned Grant.
Grant Klopfenstein.
Yep. Buccaneers is number 7, Tramel Wright.
So this will be about 3rd and 5. We're going to roll out. He's going to. First down for Xenia. Nice little run right there.
On the stop was
that was right.
7, Grant Klopfenstein.
5'11", 108-pound sophomore. Grant Klopfenstein on the tackle.
First and 10 for the Buccaneers.
Gabe Cusick's in there, number 51. He's in there at middle linebacker.
Who is that next to him? Is that still?
That's 40. Is that 47?
Zumbro. Noah Zumbro.
Noah Zumbro. You got 79. That's Bryce Loffman.
5 yards, first down.
Number 60's coming in. That's Woolenweber.
Woolenweber.
Yeah. Be nice to get these guys in here, get some time. Not too bad the time goes real fast when you got the running clock going, but
it does.
Still nice to get them some reps. Got Grant Raymond in there, number 19, outside linebacker.
I think we've seen all the seniors now on senior night.
Yeah, that's all
those
great.
names, I'm hearing a lot of seniors.
That's how you do it. Good to get everybody in.
With the carry for the Buccaneers. On the stop was Henderson. And also in there was number 51.
Can't forget about our
number 51,
freshman football team, 2-0. So they're off to a solid start.
including the win against Piqua. They had Piqua in week 1.
That's right, they did. That was a big victory down here. You know, a lot of these games are being played at the stadium, which is nice for these kids. You know, a lot of that has to do with the fact that you get more people down here, so you get more people watching the games. Not much room in Ferguson.
This, I can't quite explain this one. I can't quite explain this one.
Well,
I was looking at that, I'm like, there's no way that's a penalty. Here comes a flag.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what to say about that. I'll let that one go. I mean, 34-0, that's not going to make the difference.
He had his hand on him. He had his hand on just to see where he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So the Buccaneers, again, we got about 3 minutes. And the Trojans are going to wrap up win number 1. Looks like they're on the way to play an 0-2 Vandalia Butler team next week. And then that sets up the big game with Tip City.
We're back. Ooh,
incomplete. You know, that's one of those interesting things when you got Tip City in this league. You know, football, obviously, Troy Pick was still the big one, but for a lot of these sports now, it's Tip City's become the big rival.
Well, Tip City is just the way some of our kids are talking about it. Tip City's, they look at us as the rival.
Yeah.
It's like Sydney looks at Piqua as
Piqua's
the rival.
That's a great point.
We have the old football rivalry,
yeah.
But as far as those other schools north and south of them, especially, I think it's kind of cool having Tip up here.
Sure. And again, you know, and a lot of reason why they are these kids think they're the rivals because they're usually pretty good at a lot of these sports.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one thing Piqua, you know, overall in a lot of these different sports, they're kind of weak in that regard. So our kids just kind of bypass them and they look at Tip as the big game. That happens in volleyball, happens in soccer.
Cross country for sure.
Cross country,
Tip
golf.
has a very good cross country program.
You know, tennis. You know, it's just the way it is right now.
Timeout, Xenia. Please put 1:36 on the clock.
This is the year to have Tip come here. The word is that they allow a whopping 75 visitors to their huge stadium down there.
What do those go? I'm trying to picture the stadium in my head. They don't go. Our stands go about 5-yard line to 5-yard line.
Yeah.
I want to say their visitor side probably goes 30 to 30.
Yeah, something probably close to that.
Probably maybe 10 rows.
Yeah.
Probably not 10 rows.
Yeah.
And the home side isn't much bigger.
No. And they put that turf in a couple years ago with the same, you know, and obviously their plan is to do something with this, you know, eventually, but
once they have a new locker room structure that's been built behind the stands.
Behind the stands, yeah. So this will first
the
first
defense
and 10, they definitely want to get a shutout. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So this is stress to them. We want a shutout bad.
Crowder with the carry. Stopped by number 19, Grant Rimmer. And also
So again, next time we'll be live streaming from home. Of course, it's 2 weeks from tonight against Tip City. And I just don't know if Vandalia if they do that capability. I'm just not sure about that. Uh-oh.
No, they stopped.
Oh, he's on the ground. Ooh, this is going to be. That was a big gain right there.
So now get on your assignments.
Yeah. So this is going to put a 1st and goal from the 1. So again, we appreciate everybody out there joining us this evening. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. Again, we want to thank Jeff Owen and his broadcasting crew for making this a possibility. They just do a really nice job. Again, this is, you know, a little difficult considering the fact we haven't started school yet.
I know.
We believe the injured Landon Butler. Please give him a round of applause.
So I'm going to take 2 stops here.
Yeah, that's what it'd be. You get 2 stops, we're going to get a shutout.
From the 1.
That's the goal here. Here we go. See if we can get this stop. First and goal from the 1. Fullback.
They went up the middle. That's a touchdown.
And he's going to score.
32's in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
That's still a resounding victory. Doesn't take away the fact of the domination tonight.
No.
$34-6.
We'll see if we can dig up some other scores
Point
here.
after him, number 17, Connor Miller.
NBL not quite, well, and the GWalk site on social media not quite keeping up with scores like they were last year.
You almost have to go to the individual schools, and they post some stuff right there. So now
Connor Miller's point after attempt is good.
34-7.
34 ticks on the clock remaining in the contest. It's Troy 34, Xenia
Again, just
7.
an impressive victory by the Trojans. I thought the execution was fantastic offensively.
Point differential. Normal
And defensively, obviously, I thought, we played very well. We gave up some yards, but you're going to do that against an offense like this. It was bend but don't break, didn't give up any points up until that last drive. A lot of positives are going to come out of this tonight.
Well, they were able to put together about two decent drives.
Yep.
Including that last one there.
I think we were clean offensively as far as turnovers. A few penalties there, especially in the second half, but again, overall, really well done tonight. Coach Dan Gress and the coaching staff put together a good game plan. The kids did a nice job. So again, be interesting. We're going to see these guys in the hallways starting on Tuesday.
Yeah. This thing we just talked about, Xenia could be a matchup again.
Yeah, that's true.
Division 2.
Yeah.
No one knows really what the regions are going to be yet, so who knows if we match up with them somehow again.
Right, I agree. Yep. Just don't know.
Connor Miller kicking off.
Ooh, Colton block, a couple nice moves. Looks like we're going to have one more play.
Number 15, Colton Block, brings the ball upfield for the Trojans. Quarterback number 8.
So Johnny Stanley going to take probably the last snap of the game.
I don't know, maybe. They're in the gun. That was Zumbro, because I could hear him calling for him on the sideline.
That's Zumbro.
Yeah.
With the carry number 47.
And that's going to be it. So again, once again, thank you for joining us tonight. Final score is going to be 34-7. And I tell you, we jumped on them early and just kind of stayed on them, Chris. Again, it's something to build on. The kids deserved it. Tough week on week 1, and this is what you expect. You hope you come out the next week and perform better and execute better.
It does. Confidence going into the next week. Have an opponent that you're looking at them, they're going to look like they're going to move to 0-2. So you don't want to get a trap or anything like that, but it gives you confidence rolling in there.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I tell you, Trojan Nation, we'll be back here in 2 weeks against the big Tip City Red Devils. Should be a really good one here. Hopefully see you in a couple weeks. We're signing off.
You guys done? Did you guys sign off? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you guys. Next week? We home next week?
No, I think we're at Butler.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then home 2 weeks, Tip City.
Okay.
We go back to back, Tip City, Greenville.
Okay. Thanks guys, appreciate it.
Yeah.